And we are live. Hey, everybody. How's
Hello,
everybody doing today? So I have a really super special guest, Hope from Mission Keto. Hope and I have kind of been going back and forth for quite a while now. And I would say a year or 2 years, maybe. We've actually done other collaborations before, but we've never actually talked live before. So we thought it'd be kind of cool to get together and kind of do a live together. So
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, different worlds. She's on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast, so different times, different environments. So talk a little bit about that, and we'll go through it. I'd like to kind of get to know you a little more personally versus, I think, because I know Jason's on here from Just Jason's Keto. You've been on his channel before.
Right.
And semi-retired Bob's here, so he's here. I know there's a few others here as well. So go down there and comment in and let me know who's here, where you're from, and just kind of let us know that you're around. So I'd like to kind of get to know Hope a little bit more on a personal level, and hopefully you guys would too. So let's kind of ask her some more personal questions. I'm also going to go in and, because I'm trying to do this new on a little different format. So give me a second and
make sure you guys say hi and make sure you like the video for Alan too. But I'd love to. I can't see the. Oh, I'm looking on my phone here real quick. So hello everyone, Jason, Lindy, my husband.
Hey Lindy, how are you? Ron's here.
Ron, hello.
Andy's here.
Yep. Yay.
I just got to talk to him.
Yeah. That guy Andy.
Yeah. So, but everything else hopefully is going good. So I kind of like to know a little bit, like I say, I try to get some deeper, different questions. So Ron's coming in from Massachusetts, another East Coast person. I think there's a lot of people on the East Coast versus, seems like Texas, Florida.
Yes.
And seems, yeah, it seems like a lot of people from those areas. Lindy's from Texas, right? So,
yep.
But yeah, then Canada too, right? So we got Jason up there. So kind of go through some. I'd like to know where were you born? Just kind of get to know you on a personal level.
It's funny. I was born in Texas.
Were you really?
Yeah, wow. I was born in Plano, Texas. Yep.
Plano, Texas. Where's that located in Texas? Is that?
It's like on the outskirts of Dallas.
Okay.
Southeast. Yeah.
Okay.
I was only there for about 12 years, and then Florida. I consider Florida is my home. That's where I grew up, All
right. So you just kind of basically younger days there, 12 years, so middle school or grade school?
Yep, up until about, I think it was 7th grade. And every summer we would come here to Florida anyways, because my mom's family lived here. So this was our vacation spot. And so when we ended up moving here, I was like, yes, we're going to a vacation spot, So, I love Florida. I've always loved Florida. So we always come back here. Always.
Yeah, I'm kind of, because I'm from Connecticut, but my mother and father were both from Maine. And my grandparents were in Maine, and so we spent our summers up in Maine, and we, it was just, it was there until graduation of high school, and even beyond. I stayed there for a long time. I've only been here in California about 10 years, so other than that, it was mostly New England. So
that's a beautiful area.
So you have, it's a nice area. So it's a nice vacation area. So you're gonna like cold winters, and Connecticut's not too bad. But, so you have brothers and sisters?
I do. I have my older sister, and then I have 2 younger stepsisters. So I'm kind of the middle child here. But yeah, 3 sisters in total. And I guess I have some brother-in-laws too. I have 2 brother-in-laws. You're really making me think. But yeah. We're a family of girls.
Yeah. So growing up in Texas, how would you relate that to how it translated into some of your health journey and some of your thoughts about diets and food eating and stuff like that growing up? Especially like you
Well,
had different cultures. So
yeah, that's a good point, because I've just recently said that everybody's journey is so different because everybody grew up differently. I think it has a lot to do with how you grew up, how you ate when you grew up, your surroundings, that kind of thing. And it's funny, I was thinking about this morning, is fitness was a huge part of my life growing up. My mom is so very into fitness, still is to this day in her 70s. I would run with her daily. I remember her doing her workout tapes in the living room while we're eating lunch or something like that. And I played soccer also. So it honestly, before I found keto, if I knew I needed to lose a little weight, I always went straight to working out or fitness or, running, that kind of thing. So, and that's kind of, carried me through. And then I found keto, and I got healthier in the inside too,
yeah. All right. So do your sisters live near you, or are they still in Texas, or are they?
No, my oldest sister still lives in Texas. She's in Texas in that kind of the same-ish area. And then my stepsisters both live in, I think, North Georgia or like South Tennessee. It's kind of right on the border right there near my parents.
Oh, okay. So your parents are still in Texas, or are they?
So they're in Georgia.
Oh, they're in Georgia.
Yep.
All right. So, so you graduated high school in Florida. Where are you?
I did, in West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach. So actually quite a bit further south than what you are today.
Right. Yep. It's like 2.5 hours, almost 3, maybe, depending on where you go. And that's where Andy and I met and everything.
Oh yeah. You guys met in high school?
No, he's older. He's older.
Oh.
He's 4 years older than me, and he went to a terrible high school. I went to the best high school, but we went to rival high schools. But no, we didn't. There's a funny story with that. We didn't know each other at all, and when we ended up, meeting and started dating, when he first met my parents, he actually already knew my parents. He used to work with my father at Costco years and years and years ago.
Wow.
So, and thankfully they liked him.
Oh, I was gonna say that had to be a really odd kind of a situation. So
it was funny. It was funny because we went to a movie theater. We went to a movie for the first time we all met, and I said, "There's my dad," and he goes, "Will?" Turns around, and it broke the ice. Honestly, it was an icebreaker for sure. But yeah.
Wasn't like a chaperone thing?
No, because we were both adults at that point. But it was just we all like movies. We like to watch movies, and so there was a movie coming out. We were like, let's go watch a movie, and then they didn't have to talk too much. They didn't like each other.
Yeah. So. Now, in high school? Were you involved with sports or anything like that, or are you?
No, that is one thing that I completely regret, is that I didn't play soccer in high school. I actually was. I didn't have enough confidence in myself. I remember wanting to go to tryouts once, and I actually went there, and then I turned around and left because I was just, I was very uncomfortable for some reason, and I didn't do it. And I wish I would have, because years later, when we lived in Indiana, I actually joined a women's soccer league and played there. So maybe I made up for it.
Yeah. Now, were you overweight as a kid or in high school? Did you?
I had my awkward little chubby stage, like probably 9th and 10th grade, but then, and then it just kind of came off. So not too bad. I've never been, I've always felt like I needed to lose a few pounds, but it's like that meme that goes around that says, I wish I was fat as I thought I was back in high school. You know what I mean? I really wasn't. We all think so terribly of ourselves, but yeah.
Yeah. I actually was a big kid, so I actually joined a judo team, and I dropped like 60 pounds when I joined the judo team, because they were such intense workouts, and the coach wanted me to fight a certain weight class, and it was like, so they put me on a strict diet plus the working out, and it was just, and I dropped weight really fast, but boy, I'll tell you, it was rigorous. Then I broke my collarbone at a tournament, and that was the end of that.
Oh man. Oh gosh. That's like the worst bone.
So Shirley's here. Hey Shirley, how are you?
Hello.
Just trying to get a few people as they come in.
Yeah.
So do you think some of the eating habits that you had as a kid kind of bled into you're here
Well,
as an adult? I'm looking around for my water. Now you're drinking your water. I'm going to grab
Yeah.
my water. Hold on.
well, I'm having
So you can just answer that question maybe. Yeah.
You see my coffee earrings?
Oh.
It's funny because, like I said, my mom was really into fitness and she was into everything health and fitness. We didn't eat sugar growing up. We ate very clean. It was a pretty strict way of eating. So I think what happened to me is, and if I would have known now, if I would have really paid attention, when you're a kid, you're more angry at that, like I want sugar, I want the Oreos, I want, but as I got older and I was my own adult and could do whatever I wanted, that's when I went crazy. It's like, okay, now I can buy these things. I'm an adult. I can do it whatever. And so that's what happened. And yeah, I mean, it's fine. Gosh, I look back and I'm like, thank you, Mom, for doing all of that, honestly, because I think it helped me. I've never been a real big sugar person, and that might be why, because we didn't eat it growing up.
Yeah, I think for me, when growing up was the family time was sitting around watching TV at night before we went to bed and eating a bowl of ice cream or having some chips with some Velveeta cheese and and that was kind of setting the stage, I guess, for
and that's kind of what I did too. I did whatever I wanted.
Yeah. Oh.
As I got older.
Hey
everyone! I'm seeing all the highs. He's popping up on the screen. So
sure, everybody's saying hi to each other. So hey, if you guys have questions or anything else like that, feel free to ask. Again, we're gonna kind of go through here. So let's talk a little bit about how you met Andy. So you kind of alluded on it a little bit. Did you both work at Costco or were you?
No. Years later, my very first job was actually at Target, and he actually walked in there to train at my store for loss prevention. And the story goes that he nudged like the guy next to him and he said, "Who's that?" And I said, "That's Hope. She's a good girl." He's like, "Leave her alone." And the guy said, Andy said, "I'm going to marry her." So yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
Oh, that's a great story.
It is. It's been great. It's 29 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now you guys have, at least I know one daughter, 2 daughters, right?
We have 2 daughters. Yes. The other one is not, she's the one that doesn't want to be on camera very much either. Plus she also lives in South Carolina. So yeah, we don't see Jessica as much, but two girls. Yes.
Yeah. What does she like? Does she like living in South Carolina?
She's a Florida girl too. It's more for work right now. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
They'll be back.
The reason I'm asking is because we're thinking about retiring. So in the next year, and we kind of looked at Florida, but with taxes and the insurance, the flood insurance right now is just ridiculous. So the prices in the houses have gone way, way up. And so we're kind of looking at other areas.
Yeah. The Carolinas are gorgeous. I think the people that live there love it there. It is definitely a vacation spot too. So yeah, I would look into that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going over for our honeymoon. Our 10-year anniversary is, or I should say our honeymoon. Our 10-year anniversary is in October. So we're going to go over and spend a week for the 10-year anniversary and just kind of hang out. And we're going to look around and stuff like that. So
nice. Good.
So that'll be there. So what's your favorite? I know you watch a little bit of TV because I know you talk about it on your channel a little bit. So what are some of your favorite TV shows?
Ooh, like of all time, or what am I watching now? I think we'll go into
all time.
All time, yeah, because okay, I have my favorite show of all time is Lost. I love the show Lost. And then I would say our next favorite one is Game of Thrones. When Game of Thrones came out back in the day, we were so annoyed by it. We were just like, people are always talking about it. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. I'm not going to watch it just because everybody's talking about it. And then when the pandemic hit and we had nothing else to do, we decided to watch that. And I absolutely loved that show. Now I know what everybody was excited about. That was a good show.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think Games of Thrones was probably my favorite one. But now you talked about you like guys like movie. Do you guys have a favorite movie theme or genre or something of that nature? Or?
Not real. I mean, I don't know. What do you say, Andy? I don't know what my favorite genre would be. If it's a good movie, I'll watch it. We'll watch anything from comedy to action to, gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything. Huh. We'll watch anything. Everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Johanna's in the house. So, hey, Joanna, how are you? Johanna.
Oh.
Hopefully she's up in Canada, and I know they're having huge fires up there.
Ooh, really?
Now. So hopefully she's not too close to those. It's up in Saskatchewan and Alberta. I know one of the guys I work with actually travels back and forth because he actually lives in Boise, Idaho, but he comes back down here for work and then goes back up there. And he was talking about some of the smoke and stuff they're getting across the border down there, and as well as my sister-in-law lives in Wisconsin, and I think they're getting smoke from it as well. So hopefully you're not too close to that those fires. So saying hi, Mike's Skeeterific Journeys in the house.
Mike.
Trying to look at some of the comments here. Sorry about that. So
right. I keep looking at my phone too.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to
navigate. That's okay.
Yeah. So you have one of your daughters that still lives with you, right? Or is she off to college?
She actually moved out on her own. Yeah, she is on her own now.
Oh, okay. So you guys are empty nesters now.
Yep.
So how are you dealing with that?
Well, we have Ralphie, which is our puppy, and he's probably more work than our kids ever were, honestly. But it's great. We love it. We are actually now next February, our goal is to be in an RV and travel. So yeah, right. We're ready to do our thing, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a cousin that just
Mike wrote, I liked Lost. The last season kind of let me down. That was my favorite season. Actually, the last episode was my favorite episode. I had to say it, Mike. I had to.
Now, I never watched Stargate either, so I don't know much about Stargate at all. So
I didn't either.
So
SG1.
I'll have to check that one out. Although I don't have a whole lot of time to be watching TV shows. We watch them usually just before we go to bed. We'll watch one or two shows or something. But all right, Johanna's getting ready for a Costco run. Smoke from the wildfires is terrible. So yeah. So Daniela Journeys is she's up in that area too, and she was talking about it. She hates even going outside right now, and it's tough to work out or anything else because of the smoke up there.
I haven't heard anything about that. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Something like 180 acres or something, miles, 180 miles of forest have burnt so far. There's 33 fires that are burning that are out of control, and they have no way of controlling them. There's a total of like 90 fires burning up there now.
Holy cow! I hope everyone's okay.
It's kind of like Southern California in the in the fall. So.
Yes, I will come and see you, Lindy. We will. On our travel.
When you're traveling. Yeah. So, yeah. I have a cousin that actually did that with the RV, and he did it for about 20 years. He just bought a house because he says he was just getting to the point where he couldn't drive the RV anymore. He's 72, 73. So he actually went and he bought a house up in Greenville, South Carolina. And he says he's liking the area because he likes hiking in the mountains and the woods and biking, and he's active. And but he says when he couldn't fix the RV anymore on his own and it started getting expensive, it was time to settle back down. But he did about 20 years, and he would spend his summers in the north and his winters in the south.
There you go.
Arizona, Texas, wherever, and he visited all 50 states multiple times. He was out here 2 years ago in California, and he was on his way down to Arizona because he was going to spend the winter in Arizona. So it's kind of a cool thing.
Cool. Yeah. We're very excited. We cannot wait. Can't wait.
Yeah.
We just
And I know there's some networking out there. Yeah, and I know there's some networks out there that you can get so you can go work like at a campground or something like that. So
and I'll still be working. It's Starlink, right? Isn't that the name of it? Starlink is like the internet thing that you can get and have in your RV set up, and it's supposed to be better than Spectrum, which is what we have.
Yeah, we have a Frontier, so we had issues with Comcast. We have Comcast out here, so we had issues with them. So we went with Frontier, but all right. So now they're Bob seems to like that too as well. So so a couple of other things. Do you kind of so just kind of throw away things out there, right? So what was your favorite thing when you were growing up? Favorite hobby, toy, favorite hobby, let's put it that way. What was your favorite thing to do?
It was probably play soccer at that point. Yeah. Play soccer.
Did you play like in a town leagues or?
Just just like I think it was Plano. I can't remember what the name of the league was, but just a little kids league, the normal thing, nothing special, but that was probably one of the major things I did when I was still in Texas. Yeah.
So 85 fires going right now in Canada.
Oh my gosh!
I know they're having a heat wave too. I believe too. They're in their 80s. So
that's probably why. What's starting them, huh? Oh.
Yeah. I know they talk about it here just a little bit because they're having some sessions about preparing for the fire season coming up, because we had a very, very rainy season. So we have a lot of undergrowth that has really grown. So they're expecting to have a pretty bad wildfire season the second half of the summer and into the fall. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So, along with the extreme southern Georgia, we have been blogging, getting lightning strikes. Oh, so you and starting fires and producing dense fog along I-75. I don't know what I-75 is, so I'm thinking that's all in Georgia. So so wow. Yeah, kind of crazy weather. You guys are doing okay in Florida, though.
Yeah, it's nice. It's beautiful today. Beautiful.
Yeah. So what do you guys like to do on your days when you're not doing YouTube and or working?
Lay down, take a nap. No, I'm just kidding. Gosh, I don't know. Like, I'm a paper and pen girl. So for those of you who watch my channel, I love planners, and I love not really scrapbooking, but putting pictures and stuff together and doing that. So I wish I had more time to do that, but I love that. I love the beach, and I love to read, but I think I go through phases on reading. Like right now, it's not when I read, I'll go constantly reading, one book after another. But right now I'm kind of like, but I don't know. I feel like we're going to find out more when we do this RV thing, because we're going to be outside more and we're going to be experiencing more. It's like right here where we live right now, there's so much traffic. It's so busy. It's so populated. And we're in a small town. It used to be. And so I can't wait to be out there doing things, and we can really figure out what it is we like. You know what I mean? Like, I have your typical things. I love the beach and I love this and that, but I want to go and travel and do stuff. So yeah.
Now, have you done a lot of traveling in the past or no? Yes, no,
Not
maybe.
a whole lot. You know, I've been to a few places. Andy's done way more traveling than I have with his jobs that he's had in the past. But like, I haven't been past Texas. I have not been anywhere on, you know, going west of Texas. So I cannot wait. And we've lived in New York, we've lived in Indiana. So I've been through like all of those states in between driving wise, but yeah, I haven't done a whole heck of a lot of traveling. Oh, I did go to Canada. We went to Canada once. So I've been to Canada.
Yeah.
Toronto.
So no other places outside the US, huh? You got to do some of that too as well.
Canada. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll see. Andy's not a flyer, first of all. So if we do anything, it'll be on a boat. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he keeps losing weight. He'll feel a lot more comfortable on a plane too. So
maybe, but he wants to be in control. He doesn't like that he's putting, you know, all of his all the control in somebody else, you know. So
yeah. I used to travel a lot for work, so
yeah, he did
overseas too. So it was you get on a plane for 15, 20 hours. It's interesting. So but it's kind of fun too. I mean, once you're on it, you don't know that you're on it. So
yeah, like I did it a few years ago with my previous job too. When we lived here and before I moved to Atlanta, I went and helped out in Atlanta, and I took like a 60-minute flight. I'm like, I can do those. Those are fine.
Yeah.
The small ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I missing some of the Georgia? No, Mike, I'm not missing Georgia at all. At all. At all. The only thing I miss about Georgia is my parents.
So you've lived in Florida not quite your whole life. Like you said, you moved to Georgia for a while ago. Mm-hmm. How long were you in Georgia for?
Just 2 years. 2 years. We've lived in, I can't remember all the years, like 97. We moved to New York, upstate New York for just a year. And then we lived in Indiana for 12 years also. I do not miss Indiana either, so don't ask. I don't miss it. But what the funny story is we always come back to Florida. So I don't know why we leave because, you know, because our home base after our RV adventures are going to be back in Florida too. Yeah. It's just home. I don't know. Hey, Hyla.
Hyla's here. So go over there. You guys, as you come in here, if you haven't checked each other's channel out, make sure that you go check each other's channel out. There's a lot of great folks on here. Most of the folks on here are content creators. Maybe not everybody, you know. Semi-retired Bob, to Hyla over Crafty and Carnivore-ish, to Lindy over Paleo Barbie, and Mike's over Mike's Ketorific Journey, and there's just so many of them. I know I'm missing some people that are in here, so but there's a lot of great content creators and stuff like that. So let's talk a little bit about, maybe start getting into a little bit about how you got into low carb, keto, dieting, all that kind of stuff. When did you do that? And
okay. Well, it was about, I think it was 2017 that our oldest daughter actually had called us and said she was going to start doing the keto diet. And we were like, what is the keto diet? And she told us, and then we started looking it up and seeing, and Andy was like, yeah, I think this is something we can do. I can eat bacon and cheese and meat. And, you know, he was like, yeah, let's do it. Cause this, I always like to say too, this was like when it was first starting out and there wasn't all the packaged foods and stuff. So you really had to just buy real food. That was the main thing, is eating real food. And so I was like, yeah, we can do this. So we did. And we were very successful on it, actually. Andy, I can't remember. He has now since lost more weight. What was it? 76 pounds he lost doing it that first time. And then I don't remember how much I lost. It was about the same, like 40 pounds or so. Yeah. But neither one of us worked out at all during that process either. It was strictly just cutting out carbs and cutting out the sugar. And then, you know, the whole thing came up with me moving to Georgia for my work. And Andy, we moved up here, or up there. Where am I? Up here. We moved up to Georgia And, we just started doing that whole dirty keto thing. We started hearing about, oh, we can count net carbs. That means we have way more options now, and we were into the low carb wraps, which are really, not the best ingredients. It's not like I'm a perfectly clean eater by any means, but that's got like the wheat and stuff in it still. And we even noticed that just nothing was happening. We ended up gaining all of our weight back and then some. And that's when I was like, the only thing that has really, really worked for me was when I did it counting total carbs, 20 carbs or less for the day. And that's what I did last January. I was just giving myself a year to do that, to lose all my weight again. And this time I incorporated working out because, I just feel good when you work out, and so that's where we're at. So I have lost almost all of the weight, but as you get older, I think your body is different. And I've kind of been sticking around the same number on the scale, like around 5 pounds. And I've made the decision that I'm not trying to lose any more weight. I'm just going to be happy where I'm at, and I'm healthy. Yeah. I feel good. And if I keep working out, I think I'll be in a good spot. So that's where I'm at. Counting total carbs is definitely the thing for me personally.
Yeah, it's for me too as well. So I find that I start having that carb creep, like you said, that those little mints there that say they're 1 net carb, but yet they're 5 or 9 or 10 total carbs. But so I'm thinking 1 net carb, I can eat 5 of them, and which is 50 carbs, and it just adds up pretty fast. So
it does. It does.
Now Andy's taken a different path since then as well, right?
Yes, and he's just found, like I said, we're all on different journeys and things work differently for people, and keto just wasn't for him anymore. He wasn't into it, and he knew he was going to have to do something a little more, I don't want to say extreme because that sounds dangerous. It's not dangerous because it's, what our ancestors did way back when, is eat meat. And that's, he started out with the BBBE challenge, but he did it for 30 days and lost 30 pounds in that. And he was completely strict. He didn't have any coffee or anything. It was literally water and meat. He didn't have chicken, but we did have some pork, because like pork belly and things like that, is okay on it. Obviously bacon's okay. And then he started incorporating chicken, and, if I'm making seafood or something, he might have some shrimp or something like that. And he is having like his treat, if you want to call it that, is a coffee with some half and half and some stevia. And he is 100 pounds down in less than a year. 100 pounds he just hit. So it's really working well for him.
Yeah. Now you tried that as well. So I know that on your channel,
Yeah. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I'm not a big fan of meat. And I feel awful about that because I wish I was. I wish I could do that carnivore thing. That would save money. It would, but I'm not big on that. And I tried it, and it just literally, I recently rewatched that video where I was really struggling, and a lot of you were so nice in the comments. And you're like, you might need to stop, because I almost was like sickly and lethargic. And I know there's like that wall of doom that you hit, but this was way beyond that. So I was so much happier when I stopped.
That's kind of why I've never really done it, because I enjoy what I'm doing, and it's actually, it's okay for me. I'm either maintaining or I'm so it's been working well for me. So I don't know why I would change it a whole lot.
You shouldn't, honestly. I even learned that at the Keto Orlando Summit last year. It was like, if something's working for you, don't change it. I think I was doing it to be supportive, so we would both be doing something like that together. I even meal prepped stuff that I knew I liked too, but no. Kyla, I decided to do BBBE today, then realized I had a thing this morning. There's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Andy's
Andy is a rock star. So, and he is so it's a great channel. So, what's some of the worst habits that you have as far as even your daily between working out and eating and
It's snacking. And I want to talk about this soon on my channel is I am finding I did the no dairy for a month was it April? Yeah. And I did great and I did fine, but I was missing stuff so much by the end of it that I've been eating a lot more snacking foods lately. And
yeah.
Even if it's just cheese, it could be cheese, but it's also been other packaged foods too, like Perfect Keto stuff, and not to dog them because they've got great stuff, but I'm just noticing I gotta knock that back out. It's like I miss dairy so much that I missed all this other stuff, which it's very interesting how your body does that.
Yeah. So for me, I've kind of the last 4 weeks or so, I've kind of switched over a little bit. Maria Emmerich does this thing where she talks about higher protein and moderate fat instead of, because everybody seems to be talking about the high fat stuff right now. And I was doing okay with it. I was just maintaining. So I decided to try to do that moderate fat with a higher protein, and it seems to be working for me. So I don't have to cut out the cheese and everything else, but I limit it to, so some days I have it, some days I don't have it. So that way I don't miss it. I just, I can miss it for a day and, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I saw you posted something about that on the YouTube, and that's why I was asking you. I'm like, did you feel like you missed out on anything? Because I think that's what's important. I don't feel like I miss out on anything. I really feel like we eat some good foods, really. And I don't miss, like cookies and like Oreos was probably my big thing. And we were talking about this the other day, Andy and I, like if we were to eat Oreos now, we'd probably get sick because they're so full of sugar and so sweet. And I thankfully I don't miss that. What I want is rice or nachos. You know what I mean? Like sometimes cauliflower rice just doesn't cut it.
No, it doesn't cut it. Not the same.
Yeah.
Not the same. Not even close. So, but
oh, Bob, I know on the other end, veggies and you don't get along. And everyone's different, different strokes for different folks. Yeah.
Yeah. You really got to find out what works for you. And, I have a daughter that does Weight Watchers. I have another daughter that's another keto person, right? So anybody knows Keto Mama Michelle, she's my daughter. So
I did not know that.
Yeah. She's down 100 pounds. So
very cool. Okay.
So
that is so cool.
Yeah, she's actually been on the channel before, but she's my daughter.
Okay.
So I will be seeing her in 2 weeks. We're going up to Connecticut for vacation for a couple of days. So
very cool. Okay. She's starting to do a lot of workout stuff I've seen.
Yeah, she's starting to do some workout stuff and stuff. She was, so she looked good. She gained a lot of weight when she had the kids and stuff like that. So, and I think that happens a lot, right?
That is so cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you and Andy. So it's a daughter-father thing,
There you go. Yeah. You guys got to do something when you go up there. You got to do some kind of collab, like do something, have her on the channel, and that'd be.
Talked about it. So I got to see what her work schedule is and do something, whether we do a quick little live or something like that, or it's actually for my father's 100th birthday. So,
whoa.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. Oh my gosh.
At the end of the month, so he'll be 100. So, which is pretty cool.
Well, he's doing something right too. Jeez.
Yeah. And the bud files are here. Now my father's one of those people that's always working, always going, and he never ate a lot of junk food. So he was a more healthier person. We'd be sitting down with my mother eating ice cream and the chips and stuff, and he would be doing something around the house, and then he'd come down and he'd just sit down and he wouldn't really have a whole lot of snacks or anything like that. He was just, he wasn't a big drinker. He didn't drink very much beer. He's one of those guys that would buy a 6-pack, and 6 months later, 2 of them would still be left in the refrigerator, you know?
That's awesome. And look, it's paid off. He's going to be 100 years old. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I do love cheese. Like I said, I love the dairy products. So I do. So like I say, you know, some days I'm putting the half and half, or I'm putting the coconut cream in my coffee. And some days I'm putting almond milk in my coffee. I can live with it for a day, you know, once or twice a week, but it's working good for me.
Lindy,
so what are some of your,
sorry, go ahead.
So what are some of the best habits that you have as far as?
I would say I eat when I'm hungry. I feel like that's, you know, and I think that's a big thing. Eat when you're hungry and eat until you're full. And I would say I'm really proud of the working out factor too. I'm really into that right now. And it makes you feel so good. Like one of my favorite things for the weekend is Saturday morning, just being able to get up at my leisure, have a cup of coffee, and then work out. And it literally puts me in this great mood for the day. And I'm just like, I can do anything and everything. It's just sounds kind of crazy, but it's just really true. Saturday mornings are like my favorite.
So Lisa's joined us as well. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you stopping by. So,
that's fun.
So you do a lot of you do a lot of meal prepping now, and a lot of planning. You feel that helps you a lot, or is that?
I do. I have to write stuff down. I make a lot of lists. It does help me a lot because I don't have the greatest memory either. So it's nice to be able to go back and when did I make this, or looking back on things. Yeah, I keep everything too. I keep everything that I jot down, you know, ideas and stuff on. But I love meal prepping too. Even though I work from home, it is very helpful, and it still kind of sets me up for the week. It's nice just to have things readily available. I would say I don't necessarily meal prep. I ingredient prep. I get things ready for, you know, the week. So yeah, I love it. I think it's very helpful.
Yeah, I have issues with that. So
hey,
we buy stuff
for you.
Yeah, we do okay, but it was more like we buy this stuff and then we don't know when we're going to eat it, or have a plan for the week, and then it's kind of like,
next time you go grocery shopping, look through your fridge and stuff and see what you got, and make your meal plan off of that, and only get, you know, what you need.
Yeah. So is it hard to cook meals for two different eating habits? So you and Andy, you're eating different?
No, not anymore. And I'll tell you, he is actually doing his own meal preps now for the most part. Like Sundays, he's finally got his Blackstone griddle out, and he is making all the bacon, making himself some hamburgers, all those types of things. He's doing great. And so tomorrow we're actually going to spend the day meal prepping. I'm going to meal prep some stuff for myself, and he can do his own now. Probably the sad thing, not the sad thing, because all in all, it's a good thing, but we don't eat together much anymore because we're eating, you know, he eats when he's hungry. I eat when I'm hungry. So there is that off time that we don't eat at the same time, but so we'll just sit together while the other one's eating.
Yeah. Now you work from home, so you're home a lot during the day. Do you find that as a help or a hindrance to eating? Because I know on the weekends I have a
help. I think it's a help. Yes, because I don't leave the house. I even joked about it in my last video the other day. And real quick, hi, love, Ralphie's down here. And yes, I know he was so funny in that video. She loved him in the Temu video, how he kept it. I think I laughed about it in my last video that I just went to Starbucks with Ralphie during the day just to get out of the house because I hadn't left the house in like 4 days. But I know what I have here. I'm not tempted by anything. But Andy used to work from home, and right now at the position he's in, he leaves every day, and he said it's a different thing. It's probably a little harder, you know, because you're around people that are eating other things, or you're smelling things that are coming in, or people have birthdays and are celebrating with cake. And so, yeah, I feel like it's way easier working from home.
I just find that when I'm out of the house, I don't think about it. So I'm busy, I'm focused.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So it's easier for me when I'm here on the weekends, I'm sitting around and kind of relaxing, and maybe because you're working at home, and it's just when I'm off, it's more just, you know, relaxing, and then I'm more apt to go grab some nuts or something else to munch on.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's good though. That's a good thing since you are working out of the house. That's good.
Yeah. I just worry about that when I retire and how I'm gonna to do that. So.
You won't be sitting around. You'll relax a little bit, but then you'll get to a point where you want to do stuff, and you'll find something, a hobby or something that you're going to want to do.
Well,
so
we plan to do a little bit like you. We plan to do some traveling as well, because we're kind of look for an area where we're happy, and then travel from there. So, you know, in the wintertime, maybe go down to the Keys. I have a cousin that lives in the Keys down there. Works on a dive boat there. So go down and visit him, and you know, then the summer times travel up, visit the kids, go over. She has a sister in Wisconsin, go over and visit her, you know, something like that, and just kind of do a lot of weekends or week trips, and maybe even buy a smaller camper, a tag along or something like that to go and do those things, or we'll think about it.
Yeah,
we also want to, my wife's from the Philippines, so we also want to go explore that. You know, we've been there, well, she's been there her whole life, but most of her life, but you know, I've been there several times, and we'd like to do some more exploring there, and as well as throughout Asia, and go to Thailand and Vietnam and different locations like that as well.
That's cool.
But again, you got to worry about cost and money and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
So where do you see yourself? You thinking? Well, you know where you're going to see yourself in 2 years from now.
I'm going to be traveling. We're going to be traveling. Just maintaining. I'm still maintaining. I want to, you know, just keep doing what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm excited. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. And just continue the working out, you know, and going that route. So it'll be interesting to do it on the road too, you know? So that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that. I am.
Yeah. So I went and looked in your refrigerator right now. What would be the strangest thing that I would find in your refrigerator?
I'm trying to think. I have a soy-free tofu. It's not even made of regular tofu. But it's very boring in there. It really is. I just went grocery shopping. That'll be out tomorrow, my grocery haul. But I don't know. Andy just looked at me too. He's like, I don't know. It's pretty basic. Everything you see, like what I buy is what you see.
Yeah. Now, you guys go out and eat a lot, or?
In fact, not at all, really. Like occasionally I will, like I might go, they're talking about getting the sub in a tub from Jersey Mike's. I might do that on a Friday, get myself something. But Andy is not into the eating out right now, which is fine. You know, it's just he talked about it recently. He's like, I know I can go and get a steak at a restaurant, but it's not that. It's watching everybody else having, you know, French fries going by and smelling it, or pizza, that kind of thing. And he's just got to stay focused. And it's just not, you know, we really don't. He hasn't eaten out in almost a year. Really?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, then I can't ask your favorite restaurant and what your favorite food is when you go out.
Oh, I can answer that. Probably here's two of my favorite things. I love, and I haven't been to Red Robin in forever, but I'm not a big meat person. I'm not a big burger person, but I love Red Robin's burgers. I love the hunk of burning love. It's like a spicy, it's got jalapenos on it. It is delicious. And then probably my other new favorite thing is, well, not new. It's been quite a while, but I love at Outback Steakhouse, they have this appetizer that is tuna. It's just, it's a tuna, raw tuna, and it's delicious. It's got like, it's seared on the outside with like the sesame seeds on it and stuff. And it is just delicious. I could eat about 5 of those.
Yeah. We were just at Red Robin's a couple weeks ago. So.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't been, it's been over a year. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I haven't been to an Outback in probably 10 years. So it's been.
Yeah. It's been a while for me too, actually.
Yeah.
But that's
the one here is really out of the way. So, but
gotcha.
We have a really nice barbecue place here in town that just closed. I don't understand why it closed. It just like up in one day, they put a sign on the door saying we're closed. They have 2 different locations here and over in the next town over, Thousand Oaks, and that one they kept open. So now we're gonna go over there. We want to go to it.
Well,
I'm thinking they lost their lease or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's weird. That stinks.
So Kim Helper's in the house. Helper.
Hey, Kim.
So, hey Kim. So if you don't know, Kim is a big. She manages Loving It on Keto's Facebook page and some other social media stuff as well.
Very cool.
I know she's kind of played around with getting a YouTube channel going herself, but I don't know whether I haven't seen a lot of videos coming out consistently from her yet. So we got to get Kim
I didn't know that.
Put
it down there. I'll have to check it out.
Throwing some videos out. So.
Yes.
So.
That's cool.
I think she knows everybody in here. I know she knows Lindy and.
Yeah.
So no real strange things in your refrigerator, huh?
No. I mean, Andy, take a quick look. Is there anything weird in there? I don't think so either. I mean, he's going to think anything like vegetables is weird.
Yeah.
No, really nothing weird.
No, it's boring.
Here's that tofu.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the only thing. I thought I got this recently. Where did I get this? Oh, at the at like Fresh Market. It's a soy-free tofu. And the only reason I got this was because regular tofu has at least like 2 to 3 carbs, and this one had 0 carbs. So
really?
I was like, let me try that and see if it's any good. So I have claw crab meat. This is boring. I told you it's not exciting.
Yeah. Huh. Do you make a crab sauce with that? We were at a restaurant a while back, and my wife got something, and it had a crab sauce on top of it, and it was just. I said, man, we got to learn how to make that.
There's a recipe that I want to make that is like it's like a stuffed salmon stuffed with like a crab meat, and that's what that's for. I just haven't made it yet. Yeah.
It was actually salmon issue. They put the crab sauce on top. It was like a cream sauce.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, and I thought, man, she gave me a bite of it. And I said, man, this is really good. We gotta figure out how to make this.
Yeah.
You know?
So it sounds similar to what I want to make, but go ahead.
So what's your favorite thing to cook?
Tacos.
Tacos?
Probably tacos or nachos. Yes. I love that. Yeah.
Different types of meat, or one particular type of meat, or
well, I love making the taco meat out of tofu, and I crumble it up. It looks exactly like it once you put the taco seasoning in it. It looks like the real thing, but I will eat hamburger meat too. It's fine. But I love meat-wise, salmon is probably my favorite. I love salmon. I love it.
Yeah. Now do you eat other types of fish as well, or because I see you talk the salmon bites, and I know you talk about salmon a lot, but
I'm gonna have some tomorrow too. I can't wait. I love shrimp and scallops. Also, fish. I mean, I probably don't eat a whole heck of a lot. Maybe I like tuna steaks, I like tuna in a can too, but that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are on Facebook too, huh? I see a Facebook user say hello. hello.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. So I'm not watching it on my phone or anything on Facebook because I
Gotcha,
wasn't
okay.
sure quite how it go, but apparently, so someone's saying
cool.
hi.
Hello.
Hopefully it's a good thing. Hopefully it continues to expand out, and hopefully it gets a few more views and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's
So,
neat. Cool.
so have you tried other diets as well? So have you done?
Well, I think one time we tried a juice fast, and Andy did that for 30 days. After how long did I last? A half a day? Not even a whole day. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I don't know what it was, but he did good. He did like 30 pounds in 30 days. But then as soon as he started eating again, the weight comes back on because you were drinking it. So that was it. Besides that, no. Anytime I've ever wanted to lose weight, I would just go straight to working out. I never wanted to restrict myself from eating anything.
Yeah.
That's why I love keto though, because I still feel like, yes, every once in a while I might want to have real rice, but I can flavor cauliflower rice to make it taste good, and I can have nachos on my carnivore snacks, the chicken ones. I will put all the fixins of nachos on top of those and it does the job. So I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try the high-low chips with some nachos and try to make that as a, just to kind of, like I said, something it would be cool, make it for a cool night where we just want to kind of munch on something while we're watching a movie or something like that. And now, do you have any tricks or anything like that? You said you go to the movies every once in a while, or you like to go to movies. I don't know whether you've gone to any in a while. But
it's been a little while. The last movie that we went to see was that new Top Gun movie, we loved that. It was so good.
Yeah.
But we are probably going to be going to see the new Mission Impossible coming out. I think it's in June. And we do have plans to bring our own snacks. So stay tuned for that because I'll probably share that as we do it.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, do you have any tricks or tips for other folks? But all right, I won't ruin it. I'll let you.
You got to subscribe to the channel to find out.
Yeah. So speaking of that, so I did pin Hope's YouTube channel up in the comments. So go down there and subscribe to her channel. Also, to go down there, you see across the banner where it says Missions Keto, Mission Keto. So go down there and check out her channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Show her some love. She's got a great channel. So like I said, I've been following her for years and years and years. I know a lot of others have as well. So, and your channel has done really, really well over the last year or so as well. So,
well, this last year, it did get a little pick me up with Andy's success. I tell you, my top videos are the BBBE stuff, and I didn't even do it.
Yeah,
so I find that funny, but hey, people are still watching them and getting information out of it. I hope it's helpful.
Yeah, I know. For me, I decided that I wasn't gonna do something that I don't want to do just to get subscribers and to get views. I'm okay with I'm growing and a couple a day is okay with me. I don't need but
this is how I look at it too. It's that's how it is for me. I go through slow points and I feel very blessed because I don't get a lot of hate or anything because I think growing slow is good because we're getting real people that are really needing it. And you know what I mean? And hopefully helping each other out. So that's how I look at it. I feel like I'm getting the long-term subscribers, Yeah.
Yeah. So Michelle's in the house. Michelle joined. So
hi, Michelle. I just found out that's your daddy. That is so cool. I didn't know. Where have I been? I'm subscribed to both of you.
Yeah, she was on a live and we talked about it because we hadn't really talked about it because we didn't know whether it would be good or bad or whatever, but
I think
we thought we should just let everybody know. Yeah.
That is very cool. I love it.
Yeah, she's had great success. So she's down about 100 pounds. So
yeah, well, I'm jealous because she just went on a cruise I saw too. So
yeah.
That looked fun. Who's your daddy?
So who's your daddy? Yeah. So So it sounds like, who's your favorite? I'm going to ask this question. Who's your favorite celebrity? Because it kind of sounds like there's a theme here. The last two movies you talked about.
Oh, Tom Cruise. That's funny. And that is hilarious because I actually think he's a phenomenal actor, and I think he's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. He does like his own stunts and stuff, but it is entertainment, and that's exactly what he's doing is entertaining. So yeah. We have all the Mission Possibles. We got those for Andy once for Christmas. We have all of those movies. Those are really good movies that we like, but that's so funny.
Well, you had mentioned it. So
know.
Hey, we're getting close. So we hit the hour mark.
Okay.
So just a couple quick questions. Before we go.
Okay.
Have any suggestions, any kind of thoughts about if someone was just watching this for the first time, they were interested in how your journey's gone and how they could be successful like you have been? Any tips, pointers that you might have to give to them?
Yes, and I'm going to say the same ones that I said on Just Jason's is, don't overthink it. It is pretty simple, and don't feel like you have to buy all of the organic, grass-fed, all of that stuff either. Just do what you can, because even making the small changes is going to make a world of difference in your health. So definitely, if you're subscribed to Alan, stay subscribed, because he's got great information too. And, we're all just doing the very best that we can. And something that you will get at my channel is a no judgment zone. And, because we all have so many different things going on in our lives.
Yeah.
The world is crazy right now. And I just want to help you guys do the best that you can. And you guys help us too. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And I for me, because my wife and I have been talking about it, and keto can really be whatever you want it to be. Mm-hmm. There's not a set rule. It has to be this and it has to be that, because you can do a high protein, low fat. You can do a vegan version of keto. Because ketosis is really a state of your body, metabolic state. It's not a diet. So, so you can do whatever you want, just as long as the carbs are low and and
don't feel like you have to track a lot too. I mean, it is helpful for some people, but I don't track. I don't count my macros or anything. And in fact, something that is probably a fun fact is I have never once checked my ketones. Never.
Yeah. I just got a ketone monitor, and I'm gonna, because I want to try to test some foods. So
and that's cool. Yeah, when you I think that's helpful. Some people that is very important, and with their journey, and it's just not something that I've ever had to do, and I'm glad, and because it's just not my thing.
Yeah, I've seen some other people doing it, and I just kind of intrigued me, so I said, I'm gonna try it, and just a couple of things here and there. I don't think it's a whole lot of beneficial. It's more the sugar that I'm more interested in, the sugar and the spikes and all that than anything else. So, but all right, so we have hit the hour. So we are going to the California Strawberry Festival.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. So hopefully they have some good bands playing, and so really, there's Ralphie.
There's Ralphie. That's my little boy right now.
Yeah. All right. So I want to thank you so much for coming over, and maybe we can do it again sometime.
Absolutely.
And we'll get some more funky questions for you to answer.
Yes, that was fun. I hope everybody enjoyed it and getting to know me a little bit better. And I'm so glad that you asked me. Thank you. Yeah,
no, I really, really enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure. So we're going to end this here. So you guys have an awesome day. Thank you. Make sure you go hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, both of our channels. If you haven't been subscribed to both of our channels, and watch us both. You're also on not just YouTube, you are on other social medias.
Instagram and TikTok. It's all pretty much the same at Mission Keto. But in my videos in the description box, it has a way to get in touch with all of us. Andy's Instagram too. So yeah.
Let's go down there and check them out. And check out Andy's channel too. So
Yeah,
So
thank
he's
you
got a
guys
YouTube channel too.
for coming by too. I appreciate it. It was fun.
All right. You guys have an awesome day.
Guys,
We'll
later.
talk to you.